Ben, we just lost 1-0 at home to Southampton. I mean, well, I know you were upset against Dortmund, but at least that's a Champions League team. I mean, Southampton, they're bottom of the table. I think Lewis said they haven't had a clean sheet in more than 20 games, and they've just kept a clean sheet against us, as well as taking all 3 points.
You've won one game in 2023, and the first thing you're thinking is that you need to rest players against bottom of the table Southampton. What manager does that? What? Maybe if we were like, I don't know, in a title race, or had to worry about Champions League, or had to worry about this, then maybe you can rest players. But when we are struggling in a season ourselves, you don't drop fucking players, key players like Reece James, against fucking teams scrapping against relegation battle. They're bottom of the fucking table, and you've rested players. Everything today is on that stupid, clueless twat Potter. Get him out this club now. Anyone who wants to be Potter in still after this game needs their head checked. He is clueless. He has lost Chelsea's identity. He doesn't know what the hell he is doing. He doesn't even know who his best team is. He's still playing Mount, who is in obvious bad form, who isn't performing, but he's putting him on the wing. Oh, what a genius idea. Let's play him in a position he does fuck all in. That's good, isn't it? That's good. What is he doing? Get this guy out of our club. I'm done. I don't want to hear no defending of Potter. I don't want to hear trust the process. I don't want to hear let the team gel. I don't want to hear that the players gave it their best. No, the players didn't give it their best. They stood idle. They didn't press. They didn't go through the middle. The ball went everywhere but the back of the net. And when you're giving away stupid fouls against Southampton with a free kick taker like James Ward-Prowse, what? It's basically a free goal. You might as well give them a penalty on the fucking 1 yard line and kept it being the other goal. It's just a goal, mate. It's a guaranteed goal. When
everyone knew it. Everyone knew it.
Literally, I said to my friend, 3, 2, 1, 1-0, boom, in the net. Because it was that obvious. That obvious. And then the time wasting, don't get me started on that. How their keeper wasn't booked, I have no clue. And, Southampton players waiting for, one of the smaller injuries. I'll get onto the Dave one in a bit. But obviously, disclaimer, I really hope Dave's okay. Above everything else today, I hope that Dave's okay.
It sounded like a knockout punch. It was brutal.
I've heard multiple people say you could hear the crack on the stream. So, first things first, I want to hope that Dave's okay. But, then on a smaller injuries, they're waiting till the ball comes back into play to go down and get injured. Mate, if you want to time waste, if you want to hack our players in half, if you want to boot our players in the head, well, you've got to ask questions about you being a club anyway, but you can't even use that as an excuse. Today, Chelsea were poor, and the reason we were poor today is because Graham Potter wanted to rest players when we are in terrible form, wanted to rest Reece James, who is arguably the best player we've got this season, bar Enzo Fernandez, who actually did decent today. No one played well. Actually, no, David Fofana played very well today.
And he got subbed off.
And then they took him off. And obviously, I would moan that it's for Kai Havertz, but he actually did something today, so that's something different. So for once, Havertz is safe from my ranting. But it all comes back to Potter. One win in 9 games this year, and you're resting players. You're playing Mount on the wing. Mount, who has arguably been the most out-of-form player in that entire team. I'm not saying get rid of Mount. I'm not saying sell him. I'm not saying let him rot on the bench at the end of his contract. I'm saying when a player isn't playing well, take him off the front 11. Don't start him. But no, it's Mount just seems to be the first name on the team sheet every game, and I don't get why. This isn't an agenda against Mount, but you've got to see he isn't playing well. He isn't doing what he used to do. He's not even pressing much anymore. What is he on the pitch for?
What positives can we take from this game?
Hopefully this is the straw that broke the camel's back and Potter gets sacked. That's the only positive I can take. There was nothing positive today. Other than maybe, Fofana looking like he's being one of the better strikers, actually got striker's mentality. Watching him in the first half, he's bodying players, he's barging people off the ball. He's doing a lot more than what I've seen other strikers do this season. That's probably it. But you can't continue to expect results like this. You can't be Chelsea Football Club and just accept that this is a normality. It's not. It is not a normality.
But it's becoming a normality.
Shouldn't be though. What? We're going to spend £600 million in 2 transfer windows. We're going to break the British transfer record just to sit in 10th. I don't fucking think so. I know you don't think so. I don't think anyone around here thinks that's normal. We can't accept this. I'm saying it's got to be changed. There is, I could probably name 5 managers that are out of job at the moment. That would be a better fix than Potter. He clearly doesn't know what he's doing. This club is clearly too big for him. The job is too big for him. If this was Maurizio Sarri, everyone would be screaming to get him out. If this was Frank Lampard, half people would be screaming to get him out, and other people would be trying to defend him because he's a club legend.
People were on their backs when they weren't in the Champions League places, just outside, 5th, 6th. I mean, we're not even in the top half of the table anymore, Ben.
We are literally 10th. We, had Villa won today, they would have been level 1 points with us. We would have been looking at going to 11th if we dropped any more points. And now next week, we are going to what we normally call 3-point lane, but the difference is we're probably going to give them 3 points. That's how fucking shit I think we are at the moment. The boys always play their heart out against Tottenham, but I think we go there next week with nothing. We have no clue on what to do. I am not looking confident. We've got a 1-0 deficit in the Champions League. Dortmund coming here. Do you think I'm going to do it after watching a performance like that? No. Until something gets sorted with Potter, this club's going to go down, 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 down. And you've got to ask questions to Todd Bowley, because you can't sack Tuchel after a short, poor form like that and then watch a worse thing. Coming into this game, 38% win rate. Would you want that?
It's dropped now, hasn't it?
Well, it's going to drop now, I said before this game, but 38%. That is disgusting. That is terrible. I don't know if I can put up this much longer. I mean, I'll still support the club on my badge. I'll still come to this, stadium and go to other stadiums and sing my heart out. But I'm not going to expect, positives whilst Potter's in charge. Everything that happened today is on that man. And if something is not done soon, Chelsea are not going to even be Chelsea anymore. Fulham will be the biggest team in this fucking region of London.